Hey, and hello. It's the devil here. I wear that so I don't forget who I am. I want to talk to you about a couple of things this morning. And the first one is the Tour de Pink isn't that far distant. And some of you have written on the family website asking about training and things of that nature. I'd like to address that. Not really very technical here because I want to stay away from that. Uh, and I don't want to get too semantic about the thing, but there's two words that can be used synonymously. I'd like to parse them out and use them separately. One would be training. Training I see as learning how to do things like how to get in and out of the pedals, which I'm going to do a separate video for you on that. How to shift, when to do those things. That's sort of a training issue. When do you downshift? When you see a hill coming, or when and how do you apply brakes? Things of like that. The other is I'd like to separate it and call conditioning, and I think conditioning is the more important part. Well, at least maybe they're equally important, but conditioning is getting your body and your brain, because I think cycling is at least half mental, getting your brain adjusted to what you're going to try to do. You can't expect your body to do something that it's not really prepared for in some sense. Now, you don't have to go out and ride a century ride every week. You don't have to go out and go as fast as you can all of the time. But what you do have to do is go out and ride and have some fun. Some people have said, hey, go out, you want to train, go out and ride with people and have some fun. I don't want to get into the specifics and nuances of training, because there are people making money from that by being your online coach, and you send them money and they tell you what to do, and then it progresses from there. And I think a good coach would ride with you. That's really more important, but it's just as important that you do have some sort of a plan and program. And conditioning means, can you knock out the revolutions? Can you knock out the pedaling that it takes? Because if you're going to attempt your first century at the Tour de Pink, that's 100 miles, and it's separated into different sections because we have rest stops between every 15 and 20 miles. So you can ride to a rest stop, take a short break, and those of you who know me know my take on that. You take a very short break, and then you get riding again. A long break allows your muscles to get into a state of rest, which is not necessarily that good to get started again. So get out and ride, do the conditioning, get your body used to riding. Well, I'm going to ride for an hour, I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to ride for another hour, I'm going to take a short break. And then when we get to the Tour de Pink, of course you have all the support and camaraderie and all of those things that help you move along and motivate you, but your body's ready for it, because just sitting on the saddle for a period of time is a difficult thing. And I'll end this with just a quick story it's about me. Many years ago, I was going to attempt my first race of any significant distance or length. And it was going to be 156 miles. And this fella who was one of my coaches and rode with me, he said, John, you'll do well, because he knew I could ride at least, if you can stay in the saddle. The race is going to take 7 or 8 hours of hard riding, and a lot of guys won't make it because they aren't really conditioned to it. Your body isn't ready for it. So get out, find some neighbors, find some friends, get out and ride. And the last thing I'd like to say on this video is, why not in the response or comment section give your name, which it does, I guess, by default on the Facebook thing, and give your location. People can contact you so that you can network and communicate with other riders, whether they're new or experienced riders, and either one would be good for you if you can find some experienced riders to ride with and talk to before the event. So put your name and the city or town near where you live, and so people can contact you, and maybe you can set up some group rides and have some fun before the Tour de Pink and be ready for it. So that's it for this one, and I got another one I'm going to be doing in a moment. See ya.